Hello students, welcome to you all in this session of our class. Students, today we will discuss about the concentration of solution. As you are knowing that in the last class we have discussed about the Henry's law and some more topics which we have discussed also earlier. Now over here we have to discuss about the concentration of the solution. Students, first of all we have to understand about the concentration of the solution. How can we define the concentration of the solution? Any solution is based on its concentration also. Concentration means what? Dear students, the concentration can be defined as the relative amount of the solute which dissolve in the solvent for making in the form of the solution. बच्चों, mean to say in any solvent when we are dissolving the solute in it for making the solution, so we have to give our focus on the amount of the solute which is present inside the solvent for making its solution, by which the concentracy of the solution define. Some of the solvent may dissolve lots amount of the solute in it, whereas some of the solvent can dissolve lesser amount of the solute in it, as which we have discussed in our last class in the topic of solubility. So concentration mean to say the amount of the solute which is present in the solvent for making its solution. बच्चों, over here on the basis of the solute dissolved, we can divide the solution into two types. That is on the basis of the amount, as I am saying to you many times. The amount, when the amount is low or when the amount is high. Over here, the solution can be divided into the two types. Number one is the dilute solution and the number second is the concentrated solution. Students, just we have to discuss over here for the dilute as well as for the concentration of the solution also. Dilute solution means what? A type of the solution, listen carefully, a type of the solution in which the amount of the solute is dissolved in very less quantity as compared to the solvent. For example, suppose if you have to make a solution of acid and water, you are having 80 ml of water and 10 ml of acid. When you will mix both of these two in separate beaker, okay, then the 80 ml of water you will add the 10 ml of, or you can increase is also, or 20. Suppose we are taking the 20, not 10 ml. We will discuss about the 20 ml of the acid. If 80 ml of water you are dissolving in it, the 20 ml of acid, over here again you have to mix the acid in the water, not vice versa. Then you will get the 100 ml of the solution. Now over here if you see, then the 20 ml of acid which is dissolved in the 80 ml of water, and the total amount of the solution is 100 ml over here. So we can say that as compared to the water, the amount of the acid is very less. This solution, which we can say as dilute solution. Understand? Now we will take one more example for understanding the concentrated solution. Now over here, suppose if you are having that 80 ml of water in one beaker, and you have near about 50 ml of acid in another beaker. You have to mix both of these two. Okay. In that 80 ml of water, you have to mix 50 ml of acid in it. Over here, if you see, if you observe, then as compared to the water, the amount of acid is nearly equal. Even थोड़ा कम है, but as compared to the earlier one, the percentage, the amount of the acid is more as compared to the dilute one. So the solution will be now as a concentrated solution of acid and water. Okay, students. So on the basis of the amount, the solution which we can divide as the dilute solution and the concentrated solution. I hope that you are understanding. बच्चों, here we can discuss the various expressions for concentration of the solution also. There are lots of the terms which we use for expressing the concentration of the solution. One by one, we will discuss here. Students, first of all, we will discuss about the percentage by mass of or weight. बच्चों, the percentage by mass or weight of the solution which we can define as the given mass of the solute present in the 100 gram mass of the solution. That means the total amount of the mass of the solute which is present in the 100 gram of the solution, which we can as the percentage. So just generally which we are calculating as the percentage of anything. Similarly, if we are finding the mass of the percentage mass of the solution, then just with the simple formula, that is the mass of the solute upon mass of the solution into 100, by which we can calculate the percentage of the solution, and it can be expressed as the percentage by mass or weight. Number second, the similarly which we also use for the volume, that is known as the percentage of volume. This percentage of the volume, it is defined as the mass or volume of the solute present in 100 ml of solution. Formula which we can also express as the percentage as the earlier, that mass or volume of the solute upon volume of the solution into 100. Next one, the mole fraction. बच्चों, This mole fraction is very important term which we have to understand over here. I think this you have read it in the last class also. Mole fraction. It can be defined as the ratio of moles of a component. It may be solute or it may be solvent. I repeat it once again. This mole fraction can be defined as the ratio of the moles of a component to the total number of moles of the solution. The formula which you can also see in the notes which I have given to you, that mole fraction of a substance is equals to mole of that component upon the total number of moles. That means the total number of moles mean to say the mole of the solute plus the mole of the solvent also. Or we can also calculate for the another component. This which we can also formulate as a XA is equals to NA upon NA plus NB. Or for the second term, XB is equals to NB upon NA plus NB. Now XA and XB mean to say mole fraction of component A, and the XB mean to say the mole fraction of component B. When we will add of these two mole fractions, mean to say XA and XB of these two components, if the binary solution is there, then it will come as 1. That means mole fraction of component A plus mole fraction of component B is equals to 1. The next point is the parts per million. Parts per million, this concentration term which we use for very less amount, very trace amount of the solute which are present in the solution. Suppose for example, any solute which is present in the solution in very small amount, for example 0.00002 gram. So this is very less amount. So when we have to calculate the percentage, or you can say that which we have to express the concentration of the solution in which the solute amount is present in a very less amount, very trace amount, then we will use the parts per million, ppm in short, which we can say that. Bachcho, it shows that how many parts of a certain component meant to say solute. Okay, it may be molecule or it may be a compound also, which is present within the 1 million parts of the whole amount of the solution. Formula which you can also see from the notes which I have given, as I told to you earlier. Parts per million is equals to part of a component upon total part of the component into 10 to the power 6. Okay, now we have to move to our next point, that is also very important point number 5th, which we have to discuss now. This one is molarity, capital M, molarity. It can be defined as the total number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of volume of that particular solution. Formula which we can use over here: the total number of moles of solute upon volume of the solution in a liter. Molarity is also depends on the temperature of that particular solution. If the temperature will be high, then molarity will be low. As we are knowing, due to the temperature, the volume of the substances increases. Here in the formula you are looking that volume is in the denominator. So if we will increase the temperature, then volume will increase, and it is reciprocal of the molarity also. So students, if the temperature will be high, then the molarity will be lesser. Means it depends on the temperature. Next point number 6 is the molality. Small m, which we can represent as the small m. Molality, it can be defined as the total number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. Formula: small m or molality is equals to total number of moles of solute upon mass of the solvent in kg. Students, it is independent from the temperature. So for increasing or decreasing the temperature, there is no any difference on the molality of that concentration of that particular solution. It is independent. Now we have to move towards next topic, next term, point number 7, that is the normality. Dear students, normality can be defined as the total number of moles equivalents present in 1 liter of solution. The formula which we can use as the normality is equals to number of mole equivalents upon 1 liter of the solution. बच्चों, generally we do not use normality for different solutions of the substances. Even the normality which we used for acids and bases. Now the next point number 8, the term is 8th number, that is the formality, which we can represent by capital F. It can be defined as the number of gram formula masses of the ionic solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. बच्चों, even the formality which we use for the ionic substances, which do not we can say that the in general term, that the formality which we use for the ionic substances, okay, formality is used to express the concentration of ionic solids which do not exist as molecules, but they exist as the network of the ion. Okay, for example, NaCl, right? If we are dissolving the NaCl in the water, then they will dissociate. Suppose one mole of NaCl which we are dissolving in the water, then there will be 1 mole of Na ion and 1 mole of Cl ion which we will dissociate, okay, in the water. So total how many moles will be there for that particular ionic solution, ionic substance? Mean to say 1 mole of Na and 1 mole of Cl. Okay, 1 mole of Na plus ion, sodium plus ion, and 1 mole of chlorine minus ion. So total 2 mole of the these ions plus and minus, okay, positive and negative ions will be present in the water, right? Formula, it is same as the molarity. Formula, I am expressing it. Formality is equals to number of moles of ionic solute. I repeat, number of moles of ionic solute upon volume of the solution in liter. As I told to you, okay, dear students, this formality is quite different from the molarity. Both are not same. The formula which you are looking over here, it is looking as the same, but both of these two terms, formality and molarity, both are these two terms different. Okay, molarity which we can use for the general terms, whereas the formality which we have to use for the ionic substances. Okay, number next, I think it's a 9th point. Mass fraction. Mass fraction. It is defined as the mass of a component present in the solution which is divided by the total mass of the solution. It's a simple, nothing is there. And one more term which we use for defining the for expressing the concentration of the solution also, that is the next point, point number 10, that is the demol, which we can represent by capital D. Demol, even normally which we are not using over here, you will also not use this concentration term over here in your class, but sometimes which we use it. So that's why I am explaining it over here also. Demol, capital D. It is defined as the mole of the solute present in 1 liter. But the temperature should be 0 degrees Celsius. It is rare in case also. Some of the solutions which we use for the concentration as the demol also. Okay. So बच्चों, over here we have discussed the different concentration terms which we use for expressing the concentration of the solution. I hope that you are understanding with this type of explanation. Next terms, next point of this chapter we will discuss in our next class. Thank you.